Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, and Guardians of the Galaxy Mother Entropy, issue number 2. Now, this is going to be a weekly comic. Last issue was last week. Next issue will be next week. It's, yeah, literally the very definition of a weekly comic. I forget exactly how many there's supposed to be. Oh, there's supposed to be 5. There's supposed to be 5. It's actually right on the cover. And, yeah, the idea is that this is written by Jim Starlin, and so far the issue seems like one of those comics that's going to be best read in trade paperback format, because not a lot happens here. Basically, Mother Entropy shows up and says, hey, look, I brought you guys all here because somebody's got to be the Mother Entropy in your universe. So what's going to happen now is one of you guys is going to be, all you guys are going to be tested, and we're going to see who is going to be the best fit for the Mother Entropy. And no, sex doesn't matter in this particular case. A male could wind up becoming this. So it kind of reminds me of the Quasar storyline where her, Kismet, at the time, Aisha, was trying to find a good mate, and this wound up going over into like an Avengers issue, I think, at one point. But yeah, anyway, so she's just looking for someone to actually bear the seed for the new Mother Entropy, and each one of them gets tested in their own different ways. They all come to some degree of helplessness, and they're supposed to see if they can get out of this helplessness, that their reactions to this state is supposed to be the main thing. 2 of them really excelled. They don't actually say who the people were who excelled, but all of them get sent into another test. So go figure. And we'll see that test next issue. The issue was good. Again, Jim Starlin did the writing on this. I enjoyed it. Alan Davis did the penciling on this. It was very good. It was very good. Again, I still have a bit of an issue with the way that Gamora is drawn, but it's not enough for me to actually, I'm not gonna read this comic now because of that. No, it's not that bad. It's just a noticeable thing for me. Her hair is pulled back a little bit too much. There's a little bit too much forehead. So, it being what it is, it's a pretty good comic, but one at a time like this. I'm glad they're coming out every week, because I would genuinely, if this were a monthly comic, I would absolutely forget the storyline that just happened a month ago, because it's nothing particularly memorable. So I am glad that they're making it a weekly comic. I wish they would do that with more comics in some regard, even though they're actually kind of expensive. I say that all the time with Marvel Comics, but it's obviously a thing. Regardless, good comic, very enjoyable. I'm going to say it's a C+ worthy comic. Looking forward to seeing how this story ends, all 5 issues, just rub it out and rub it out. That's nice. And just see how this ends, because it might actually turn into something pretty cool. There are too many Guardians of the Galaxy books coming out right now, so I do not need this to continue. And realistically, I think that it would have been nice to just stick this into another comic at the time, but too many of these too expensive Marvel comics all about Guardians of the Galaxy is just a bit too much. You had like 4 or 5, I think 5 Guardians of the Galaxy comics. 4 of them were all titled number 1, something to that effect. And it's kind of unacceptable. Anyway, plus the movie. Jeez. Anyway, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, class dismissed.